If you park with your motorbike among a lot other ones and you cannot find it, which is yours, then you are a pretty big monkey. But the latest Hondas has an alarm system with an answer back function. It gives a beep beep and you are going to find your own one. Which can be it? This is it. So let's be a monkey anyhow. Although its small size this is a really legendary vehicle. Very, very old, because the original monkey, which didn't still have this name, came out more than 50 years ago. Originally it was a bike in Japan for children, and in 1964 it started to be sold out of Japan, and pretty soon it became a very, very fashionable bike between or among, let's say, the ancient hipsters. For example, John Lennon also had a monkey. Also interesting that the first series didn't have any kind of suspension. Then within a few years the front telescopic forks started to be a part of the small motorbike. Meanwhile it got its really famous name Monkey, and nearly more than 10 years after the start of the international sellings or market sellings, it got a rear suspension as well in 1974 only. And after a while, quite many years, the original Japanese Honda Monkey went out from the market, but a lot of other manufacturers made a similar motorbike. After a few years, Honda came out with the MSX 125, which was something similar but didn't get the same success. So for the 50th anniversary, the Japanese factory presented the new Honda Monkey, which is already called officially Monkey. This is the name of the motorbike, Monkey 125, and this is really a normal usable motorbike even here in Europe or anywhere around the world, and it's absolutely built to go on with the tradition of the name. The most important part is again the design itself. Front chrome mudguard lifted up pretty high, the same style in the rear one, the exhaust system which is also pulled up pretty high and covered with chrome again, the absolutely typical monkey fuel tank, the very high lifted handlebar, and the very big and very, very soft, wide, long seat, of course for only one person, but this is a totally typical and classical monkey style. The whole new Monkey is not a big vehicle, of course it's a pretty small one, not as small as the original one was. It's a 21st century Monkey, let's say. The whole length is a little bit more than 170 centimeters. The wheelbase is only 1155 millimeters or something like this. The pretty big and pretty comfortable seat is not so low as you would think from the sizes of the whole vehicle, because it's 776 millimeters from the gravel and or the tarmac, depends where you are, and it's really a surprise that the whole seat position is much more comfortable than you would think. Even for me, for 190 centimeter tall guy, it's not uncomfortable at all. So I feel really confident while riding it. Of course, you don't have to wait for big accelerations and top speeds, because the engine is a 125 cubic centimeter SOAC with some 9.5 PS and 11 Newton meter torque, so it's really only enough for riding inside the city or on soft terrains. We will speak about it later. The top speed is somewhere around 90 kilometers per hour with my 100 kilo body. So the whole bike is much more about the fun factor and related to the fun factor, the tire sizes are very very important. We have 12-inch wheels in the front and in the rear as well. The front tire is 120 per 80 and the rear one is 130 per 80, and these tire sizes, together with the not too thick and not too tough suspension, make a small type of a wonder. In the front we have two upside down but very thin telescopic forks. The whole travel is 100 millimeters. In the rear we have two suspension units on the two sides, but you can change nothing on them. The travel here also only 104 millimeters. And all in all, the whole monkey is a soft thing, and together with these very big balloon type tires, they are just perfect. So the whole bike, I started the test ride in a pretty bad city road, which is typical here in Hungary, and it was such comfortable that lots and lots of city motorbikes would really be should have to be think about how to do something similar than this. So I think lots of you can remember Bud Spencer's famous film scene when he was riding something similar to this. So I had to go to a sandy road and test what the bike, the small monkey, knows here. The brake system also has a little bit of a trick. We have disc brakes in the front and in the rear as well. In the front it's 220 millimeters, and we have ABS here connected to the two-piston caliper brake. This is of course a modern thing. In the 21st century it's necessary. In the rear we also have a disc brake. The size of it is 190 millimeters only, and it has one piston, but here we do not have ABS. So this ABS on this motorbike is a one-channel thing, which is very very useful in the case when you leave the tarmac and you are riding, let's say, in sand or any kind of terrain where the whole motorbike is really suddenly very very good behaving, but here the braking abilities with non-existing rear ABS is much better, and you don't have to take care about switching it off. The dashboard, if we can call it like this, is again a typical monkey style. It's an let's say traditional thing with the rounded chrome ring around it. The whole unit is put up with rubber, so it's really good on bad roads or soft off-road, and the information is absolutely enough for this bike. We have a fuel amount on the top of it. It has 6 pieces, and the fuel tank can take only 10 liters, so it's pretty detailed. We have current speed with very very big numbers, and on the downer part we have an overall distance and 2 daily counters and nothing more. And nothing more is important. For example, who cares on this motorbike about the rev? Nobody cares about it. You just pull the throttle and enjoy the monkey. So all in all, the new Honda Monkey is an extremely good fun bike. It's very well usable inside the city, very well usable on soft off-road conditions. Really a very very big fun, and of course the price of it is not so low, but if you want to be such stylish as you can be with this bike, you have to pay the price of it, but then you are going to be really a nice looking and very enjoyed rider. Please push a like for the video, subscribe for our channel and watch our other reviews.